You're the Levi that ghosted Rodney.
Ghosted Rod? No, I didn't ghost Rodney at all. Look, this school didn't allow me to have cell phones, and didn't know how to get a hold of them. I can't send an owl to a muggle, and so I didn't know what to do. And then finally, like my girlfriend, who's extremely intelligent, was like, "Hey, you can just go off of school campus and call on your phone." And ever since then, I've been calling.
Wait, you didn't realize you could just go off campus and call?
Look, buddy. Look, I'm glad you're here to help us and all, but the rules were never specified, all right? They just said we couldn't have it.
Anyway, back to the subject at hand.
Yeah, back to the topic, please.
All right.
Okay,
So,
cool. Where did you find them? Where are they? Which group were they?
all right. I can't go into too many details because I've made promises to other people, but I can. We found hoops pretty much all over the world.
Michael and Celeste are about to join this group. Let me follow Albion just for a moment. So Albion, you're going to go to Tritessa, who I believe right now is with Toby and Naila and Vienno.
Yeah. Tritessa, do you have a minute?
Yeah. What's up, Al? She asks.
He'll kind of pull her aside real quick.
Excuse me, she says, looking towards Vienno and Naila and Toby, and she will walk off. Hey, what's up? Some party, huh?
Yeah, it's been a little interesting to say the least, but I need you to be honest with me if I ask you something. And in return I will be honest with you about something.
Uh-oh.
Okay. She says as she folds her arms.
He'll nod over to Felix. From what I understand, you've met that guy before, and he'll kind of point toward Felix's direction.
Yeah. I saw him poking around at school, Ilvermorny, I mean, last month. He was... What about him?
You saw him hiding a note, is that correct?
Yeah, I did.
Did you read that note, or write anything on that note?
No. I was tempted, but I didn't read it or anything.
Okay, because something was written on that note that Felix left, and according to him, it wasn't by him, and you're the only other one he said that knew where the note was, so I'm just trying to figure out who wrote it, because what was written on that note could mean that people could be in trouble.
So what did it say?
Well, the part that he said he didn't write said that there are monsters in the ministry.
Huh. That's a strange and ominous thing to say.
Yeah, and given the fact that everything else on that note that he wrote was prophesized correctly, so if that part is true too, like I said, and he'll look around again, we could all be in danger here. But anyways, I told you I would tell you something in return, so you remember a note you got, actually, a couple months ago.
Yeah, what about it?
I wrote that note, Tritessa. I found some information that I wanted to get to you, and I didn't know how because there were things I couldn't explain to you that I knew you would ask, but I wanted you to have a fair warning in case something bad happened in your village.
Thanks, she says. I'm glad you did.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry I didn't come to you in person. I know that was probably scary for you, and I wish I could have, but I made a promise to others that I wouldn't, but I wanted you to.
Wait. Some people made you promise not to tell me that my own family was in danger? What kind of sick, messed up reason was that?
It wasn't them trying to... I don't know, there's something going on here that's, I think, bigger than all of this, and I don't know, Tritessa, but I couldn't let it sit on my conscience that I didn't tell you.
Bigger than a whole bunch of people being murdered next door to my mom?
Maybe, like I said, maybe a lot of us are in danger, and I don't know, Tritessa. I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner, but I hope that note helped you take any precautions you needed to take.
Fortunately, she's fine. I think you did the right thing. No, I know you did the right thing.
Look, just be careful. I'm not sure what's going on here, but something's not right.
All right. Thanks for the warning. Also, who are the rest of those people? She says, looking towards, because you guys are like in a corner talking with not just Felix, but Michael and Celeste as well. For Kevin. Kevin's like, ah.
Honestly, I don't recognize the other two. As soon as Felix said that you saw him hiding the note, I came over here to ask if you had written that other piece. So I'm probably going to get back over there because, like I said, something's going down and the information's just kind of spinning in my head right now, and it's kind of hard to process it all.
Well, why don't I come with you then?
Sure.
All right.
Oh boy.
Tritessa is going to walk back with Albion.
All right.
Oh my god. You see that? Roxana will quickly say, I assume their names are Celeste and Michael. Chogan mentioned that you went to the school with them.
Yeah, they're my friends and coworkers.
So they know about the hoops.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Excellent. We're
Everyone knows about the hoop. Then why did we try to hide the hoop?
Oh my god, we should just give it to these guys. They know what they're doing. Look at them.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse
This Vienno's like...
my.
Vienno's like, yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Vienno to the hoops is... Vienno to the hoops is like Brock in Pokemon to all the girls.
Excuse me, Mr. Deputy and man who looks really oblivious. Could you come over here, please?
Wait, Felix, you said you went to school with them? You're like 13, 15 years
No.
older than them.
They're my friends and coworkers, not what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys said you went to school. I was gonna say you're like 15 years older than them.
What? No. What?
Oh,
All
sure.
right.
Hello there.
All right. We all know about the hoops and the rings already. Let's just talk about this. All right. So, you all have collected hoops. We've collected hoops ourselves. Let's just go over what we have so far.
Okay.
Felix pulls out his wand and holds it out like this. This is the Taurus ring.
The
It's
what?
the time one.
The what?
It's the time one.
It
Oh,
will-
time
God.
one.
When Tritessa comes over, that might be important too, because I don't know what she does or doesn't know. So, Hark, if you can say when we come back over.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you guys will conveniently reach that point when he actually says this is the Taurus hoop, the Taurus hoop.
Okay.
But she's just gonna come in and not say anything and just gonna listen to what's happening.
Wait.
Roxana looks at Tritessa and Albion and is like, okay.
All right, so everyone's just going to join in now, I guess. All right.
Hey, can I go get Chance? Like, this could be a good opportunity
Please
for him to
don't.
learn about. But, oh, okay.
If any more people, we might start attracting attention to ourselves.
We are already attracting attention to ourselves. We are
And
way
why-
too much people.
Why do you keep adding people to this group?
I'm not! They are!
Tritessa says, yeah, I gotta admit, you guys suck at subtlety.
Oh my god.
Tritessa, you're not helping me right now.
I just wanted it to be a fort.
Wait! Where did you get your Tritessa?
I just wanted a fort to talk to you for, and now it's all this.
I have no idea. It's kind of a mess. Can we continue with the conversation, please? We're getting off.
Hey, Celeste,
right.
your dress is really nice.
Thank you,
Did you know they can fill the wine glasses without any bottles? They just kind of like wave their hand and it refills.
I know,
crazy.
isn't it like crazy? It's like the craziest thing.
All
I
right,
wish I had.
this is the Taurus ring.
Time manipulation one.
At this point, Albion probably sympathizes with Felix because you realize Felix is the Albion of the group. You guys get distracted so easily.
All right, this is the Taurus ring. It's the time manipulation ring.
Okay.
How far does it go?
Well, that depends. I can't really go into it, but it's most of the time just a few seconds. You can only go. Yeah, you can only go back a few seconds.
That's broken as hell. Okay.
Oh, you have
Oh.
nothing.
No idea.
You have no idea.
What do you have?
Now, Celeste, if you don't mind.
She'll take out her wand. I'm holding the Aquarius ring. It allows me to control water.
Okay. How much do you control water?
Finn
I actually
perks up
don't
at
know.
that.
I haven't had much chance to test it out yet.
Okay, so you have 2. Any more?
Yes, my friend Vieno has one. He has.
Diego! Juan will yell. I don't care anymore.
That one. Wait,
Can you come here?
Roxanne,
please, why?
I don't care
Please.
anymore.
This is why I don't like
That is-
children.
Oh.
Naila with Vieno and Naila with Toby, and Vieno hear Juan calling you, and Naila's like, I think they're calling us over.
Yeah, let's just call over everyone.
Nico! Man! You guys, come on!
No more people. No more people.
Wait. I have a question for you, Felix. All right, Felix. So, do you know bad people are looking for these hoops?
Yes, that's part of.
And you knew we had 4 hoops.
Yes, we know.
Four
about her.
hoops.
So you thought it would be smart to bring 3 more hoops all in one spot.
Well, we didn't.
Well, you're the one who also decided to bring your hoops, aren't you?
Oh no, I left my whole hoops in my dresser drawer. I always leave my hoops there.
Well, anyone
Wait, you
can
didn't have
sneak
your
in and
hoops?
steal it.
I put a very magical lock on it. All right.
For some reason, I
You
doubt that.
started magically,
Combination
guys.
0001. Super. Nobody ever figured that out.
Why would you
Levi.
tell us that?
Why are you doing this to me, Levi? Why are you doing this to me? I thought we were friends. Why are you destroying me?
Why are you? This is the you guys. We are a mess right now. This is a mess.
Yes. So, can we maybe calm down the moment and actually discuss things in a calm, sensible manner? I understand
Yeah.
you're young, but you still need to keep your
Are you
heads
feeling
level.
right now?
Hey, Roxa, accent's kind of strong. What'd she say?
Oh. I don't know. Excuse me.
I said, let's talk about it in a calm manner.
Oh, I like you.
Okay.
You have a level head on your shoulders.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Celeste. Thank you so
I
much.
used to have one until you guys kept inviting everyone here.
Why do you keep yelling?
Oh,
I
I
don't
like-
know.
I'm gonna
I
just
like
reach over and
Michael.
put a hand. I'm gonna go and put a hand on one shoulder. Just calm down, Monsieur. It's okay. Everything will be fine. We just have to stay
I'm
calm, okay?
trying. I'm trying, but they
I
don't
know.
let me.
Deep breath. Deep breaths.
I think they were calling for me. Seeing that that's my group that's joined into their conversation, and seems like they want me in it for some reason.
Well, we can follow you, Naila says.
Yeah, come over, everyone. Come over. I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah, let's join them, Toby says.
I guess
I
so.
worked so hard.
All right.
So
Vieno,
I worked so hard. And you guys are destroying all my effort.
You're the one that called them over.
Vieno comes with Naila, and
I'm gonna fly back.
the choices you make, man, consequences.
No.
That's what Ana Silva said. So Vieno comes with Naila and Toby. So
Oh my god.
Oh, damn it.
What's next?
Are
Is
we-
I see that you someone things seem to have been going poorly here.
Yes.
They are. They
All right,
are.
all right. First of all, no more people can join this conversation. Are we clear?
Yes. I have been here from the start. From now on, one person talks at a time. We will have. She pulls a quill from her. from her. Like, this is called the talking quill.
All right. May I have the talking?
May I have the quill first?
No. May I have?
All right. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, shut up. Here you go, Mr. Underwood, and she gives you the quill.
Why
All
she
right,
can decide who
you.
gets the quill.
All right. So, I'm just going to continue on. If you don't know what's going on, just listen. All right. So,
I just can't.
Vienno has the Capricorn hoop, which can use invisibility.
I can also make myself invisible.
Ah,
Excuse me, Juan, you don't got the quill.
Exactly. I'm gonna hit you in a minute.
All right. We are.
when he has that say, oh, just looks and oh, this is what we're doing. Okay, and I pull out my wand, which has the Capricorn hoop in it.
Yes, thank you. But you don't have the talking quill, so do it quietly.
All right. So we also have a friend in Japan who has another hoop, the cancer hoop, the healing one.
Who has it? Of that?
You don't
No,
have the
no, it's
quill,
the young
Juan.
He's young. He's young. So you wouldn't. I don't think you would know him. I don't know. Anyways, he's not here right now. So I'm going to keep his information private.
Okay. Anyway, keep moving on.
All right. So we have been collecting these hoops to make sure they don't end up in bad hands. There's one hoop in particular that we want to find so it doesn't end up in bad hands. You know what the hoop I'm talking about, right?
Mind
Mental
control.
control.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically interiors, right?
Basically.
In any case, we've been searching for these hoops. That's one of the main things we've been doing so far. And anyways, so what have you guys found out about the hoops? And he's going to hand the quill over to Al.
All right, so Al will take the quill and just kind of like look. He's obviously been pretty quiet because he doesn't speak up often, but he'll say, well, I guess it all started with Juan's hoop that he found in a little figurine that was given to him by his father. And that's the memory that jogged me remembering the hoop my mother lost, which, if I'm putting the pieces together correctly, is the hoop that Fenrir Greyback currently holds, the Leo hoop.
Yeah.
From there, we realized that I had a hoop on my wand for who knows how long. I don't know if my mother put it there or how it got there, to be honest. Same with Levi. His hoop was on his wand from the stone when he was sorted in Castello Bruscio. And ironically, the temple you led us to gave us the fourth hoop that Roxy has. As for what they do, we've experimented a little bit, and he'll look at Naila and say, with some help of friends, whether they knew it or not, we found out some information on what each of the hoops do, and we've just been worried that maybe Death Eaters are still after them like they were after my mother's hoop.
Yeah.
He'll kind of hold the quill out and give it back to you.
All right. All right. So I guess we're all caught up then. There's currently one bad man with a hoop that we need. Not we as in all of you. You as in we as in us. He says, indicating to him, Michael, Celeste, and Vienna. We need to deal with that. You guys just you guys are students. Focus on school.
Can we give you our hopes?
What?
Can we give you our hopes?
Yes, that's actually a very good.
When you say that, Vito's eyes spark up.
Yes, actually, that is a very good idea.
Amazing.
Al looks at Roxy like with an inquisitive, like, "Are you sure?" type look.
We need to
All
get.
right.
We're not doing that, Roxy. You can do that, but I mean, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are. We are done here. I'm done with this, okay? We're giving it back. I'm not
I'm
doing
not.
this anymore, and neither are you.
I am. You can do whatever you want, Brooks. I'm not gonna stop you, though.
So are we allowed to talk without the Quill now? Because I'm about to say something.
Oh, no more talking without Quill.
Anyone like a drink? Because
I would.
Yes, please. I would love a
need
drink,
one.
please.
How
Me
full is
too.
You're
Michael's?
underage, no drinks for you.
all the underage people just
All
said,
right,
yeah.
all right.
I am
all right.
look. I know you're a Muggle, so you don't know this, but I'm an adult in the wizarding world. Thank you very
No,
much.
you're not.
Is Michael's glass empty at this point?
Yeah.
Al would reach out and use his fountain spell, which I just looked up can produce any liquid that he wants, and he would attempt to fill his glass with some more wine. So I can roll for that.
Go ahead.
I think it's only
Always
a
have
TN
made
of 5.
wine.
And I rolled a 30.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Whoa.
I don't know what it is about Albion, but he just made you like ridiculously vintage grade like wine of the gods, apparently, with a 30.
Al will hold out his wand. Anyone else?
Yes, please. I would. Right
Please,
here.
I have some soda, anything. I need something to drink.
Here, you can. No, wait, you're Tion.
Can I get the Quill, please?
I want the Quill.
Let Levi have the Quill. He's been talking for a while.
All right, fine. Levi, you can have the Quill. I have trusted you to keep on subject.
Okay. Well, the first thing's not on subject. First thing, rocks. I really like your dress.
It's a coat.
Second thing, coat, dress, whatever. Okay. Second thing, how can we trust you four strangers we just met today? I will look to Celeste. Celeste, how can we trust you? How can we know we can trust you?
I mean, that's sort of a problem, isn't it? You don't know who you can trust in this world. There's a lot of dangers. Been trying our best to find these hoop and keep them out of the wrong hands. Felix thought it was to get that message to you, and the fact is, I could have walked out of this place without ever talking to you a lot or letting you know we know about the rings in the first place. If that put any kind of benefit in our favor, I hope, monsieur. I know you're all very brave to have held on to these for so long and to keep them secret, but the fact is you're still extremely young. It's a lot for people your age to be holding on to.
Oh, no, trust me. I'm definitely leaning towards handing you guys the hoops. I'm just trying to figure out if we can trust you. So first thing, how do I know Felix didn't just like leave the note because like, I don't know, the temple was too hard and he was like, we'll just have these kids get the hoop for us and then we'll turn it into our master, Mr. Greyback.
I will put it in a very simple way. Anything to do with the Death Eaters, you can rest assured I have nothing to do with.
We know
And she
actually
says that
hold
with
this.
utter content.
We know holds his fingers up like he wants to say something too.
Go ahead.
Yes, I would say anything to do with Death Eaters, I'm also very much against doing anything with them. And Yura, yes, knows about what happened to me, so she should know about why I don't like Death Eaters.
Okay, so two very good answers. I'm practically getting my hoop for you guys right now. Michael, why are you even here? Like,
Can I have the Quill, or is that not a thing anymore?
oh no, you can speak. I think like if the guy with the Quill is speaking to somebody, they can speak back. That's like an unspoken rule. But you wouldn't know that. You're not part of the wizarding world, so you don't know that that's how the Quill pen works.
We have a talking stick in the Muggle world, but I guess your sticks do magic stuff, so yeah.
Yes, they do very magical things. So, like, where do you fall into all this?
I'm with Celeste.
Is that it? Like, you're not like some cool like vampire hunter, or like you don't like need the hoops for something?
I just found out about vampires like a month ago. In fact,
That's
like
very unfortunate.
like a couple weeks ago, I found out that pictures can move.
It
my
blew my
point.
mind too when I figured that out. It's like, what? How they do
It's like,
that?
I'm
It's
not
like
even at the
super crazy.
movies. How are they moving? And then where do they
And
go? They just
movies. Oh, did you watch Fight Club? Fight Club was amazing. Did you watch Fight Club?
Someone take the quill away from him.
That's right. Oh no, I'm sorry. All right, I'm done. Sorry. It's so long. I need Michael. We need to exchange cell phone numbers. All right, so are you guys all werewolf vampire hunters? And if so, yeah. 'Cause see, when I said vampire hunter, you did that same noise. So I think you guys are.
Vampire hunters are not cool. They're murderous blood heathens. Thank you very much.
Oh. You see, I'm just thinking about Blade. He seems pretty cool. Who else wants the quill? That's all my questions.
I would like the quill.
Here you go, Rox.
Thank you. Alright, Mr. Underwood, Michael, and Celeste. I've decided to trust you. She'll take her of her wand and she will drop it in Felix's hand. I'm done with this. But if I find out any of you misused it, I'll come for you.
Wait me a second. I'm gonna
What
grab
is
the
your
quill
name?
from your hand. For who did you work with? What are you doing in this party? How did you get access to the party?
I'm
I like Celeste.
I have a friend with connections in the ministry who got us into the party.
What
Heard
did you
about-
work with? Or what did you do?
My job's a. Consider me an advocate.
Of what?
Equal rights.
I don't
like
like that answer. You, Seppa. For what do you work with?
I work with magic items, creating them, analyzing
Yeah.
them, researching them.
You are independent?
Independent.
So none of you have ties to the ministry.
I have a friend who works with the ministry.
I literally just found out the ministry was real.
Okay,
Like a couple
Michael,
weeks
I
ago.
trust you. Michael, I trust you, man.
Say I'm almost
Michael the
worked
Muggle.
By the way, the wine? Wow. Never had a board bill.
I have
Michael, please. So, Celeste, what did you advocate of equal rights of what kind? Because that answer is really cryptic, and I don't like cryptic answers.
I'm gonna give Levi a really nasty look real fast. The equal rights of magical beasts. Yes, yeah.
My father does the same thing.
werewolves, Vampires, werewolves, half giants, house elves, etc., etc., etc.
I wasn't trying to offend you by saying vampire hunter. Not all vampires are bad, and I know that. I'm just saying the vampires that are bad are hard to hunt, and you may need a hunter for that.
Assuming the hunter actually cares about which ones are bad or not.
Levi, you
I
don't
know
have the
one.
quill. Levi, you don't have the quill.
Either way, that's my point.
I was.
Quill. Levi, quill, you don't have.
I just would like to let you know that my father has actually helped plenty of magical beasts get to school, such as my friend Chance and a vampire that goes to the Japanese school. I forget the name.
Chance is a good lad.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. And my father helped that, and he's my best friend. So I have no problem with magical beasts. I just didn't know if you guys were hunting down. Like, if you were telling me you were hunting down Greyback, I wouldn't be like, oh, you guys are evil.
Either way,
Okay.
we're staying one.
Sí, por favor. Wait, no, that's Spanish. Oh,
I know Spanish.
oh, perfecto. Mira, entonces, esto es lo que vamos a hacer. Don't worry. So, the three of you, Stepper, Underwood, and you, Miss, I don't remember your name.
Lest.
Celeste.
Oh, you forgot
Left.
Michael.
I keep forgetting
no,
Michael.
the three of you know about the magic. So why is Michael involved in all of this?
He wants to make it a little bit more widespread knowledge that the magic world exists.
So you're
To the Muggle world?
He wants to end the statue of secrecy.
I'm
want to
totally. Oh, sorry, not the quill. Sorry.
There's a bunch of reactions from the NPCs when she says that.
so all of you are pro no secrecy.
I wasn't going to say that right now.
And you, Seppa? Seppa, I trusted you. You too? You're pro. No secrecy?
I am.
Okay, Michael. Michael. I really like you. I just want to let that out. You're a really cool guy, Michael.
Thank you.
Do you want a dog? I can make you a dog.
You can make me a dog.
Yeah. Like, if you have, like, a piece of cloth, I can make it into a dog.
Anyway, can we? I know I don't.
Yes.
Who gave him the quill?
Michael deserves a gift.
That's amazing.
I know, right? Oh man, I love Michael. But I don't trust you guys. I'm sorry.
Levi's gonna take his wand out and he's gonna take his hoop off. He just kidding about the hole in the dresser thing. And he's gonna give it to Celeste.
Felix is going to put the hoop on his wand.
So,
Okay. When you do, you feel a huge surge of power. How many of the hoops do you have on your wand now, Felix?
That's
two.
Two.
Okay.
Open
Right.
hope.
I can't give the hoop right now, Roxy.
Why not?
I don't have it with me.
Where is it?
It's in his dresser.
I'm not sure I want to say, to be honest. I mean,
Oh my god.
this hoop was given to me by my mom, potentially, and I know people might be after them, but honestly, my hoop doesn't even have that great of a power, so...
Look, Albion, Juan, with all due respect. What's it gonna take?
Roxana, I'm not gonna listen to you. You almost murdered my stepdad. You don't think
You
very
want to
good.
go there? You really want to go there, Juan? Because I did that for you.
And I
Get more
appreciate
wine.
it.
Juan.
But you don't think very good when you're in the heat of the moment. And right now, you're in the heat of the moment. You need to relax and think.
That was a secret.
I mean, it was pretty obvious. Okay, that sounds really bad. In his head, he meant like they were fighting. Not that he was actually going to kill her, but yeah, that sounds really bad.
Because she told you in confidence that she thought she was
Yeah.
going to do that.
But like, you were almost going to kick. You were going to fight. You were going to get spells, all because of the heat of the moment.
Anyway,
The only
everyone's here now. They're all hearing this, and I don't want to do this right now. Keep the hoop. Do whatever you want. If somebody dies, I'll be there to tell you I told you so, De La Rivera. I will be. You can count on that.
fine.
Uh,
Here, you can have the quill.
okay, wow, that was something.
It happens all the time, to be honest.
I apologize, everyone.
Well,
I'm actually real quick. I'm gonna take Roxy and I'm gonna pull her away so that she can calm down a little bit.
who wants to talk next? He looks at everyone.
Michael should talk.
All right,
I'll talk again if
Michael.
Yeah. So, you all know my name, but I literally have no idea who any of you are.
my name
well,
is Castanova. Oh, hi, I'm
Casanova.
Levi.
If you,
I forgot I already told you my name.
Yeah, I know you, the woman who was just pulled away by my wife, and then
Oh yeah, that's Rock. She's kind of all over the place. I gave her headphones to like try to relax, but like she doesn't never listen to them.
oh, that's a shame. That always helps me.
Muggle music's the best, right? Like she just doesn't understand that.
It really is. And then the man who can make beautifully tasting wine, Al. I believe I heard someone call you.
Al would bow and say, yes, Albion Mermont. Pleasure to meet you.
Ah, geez. Michael, it's very nice to meet you. Michael Milevsky. And, I mean, the person who doesn't want to give over the hoop, but is very passionate, my friend.
Michael, you're the only normal, relaxed guy in here. I like you for that.
Well, it's kind of just like an overload of information. So, it's more of shock than anything, but,
Juan de la Rivera, he says.
Michael Milevsky. You can just call me Michael, though. Very nice to meet you.
Now, if you excuse me, I need to go get something to drink, even soda, I don't care. And he's going to go off to get something to eat, drink.
And I need to talk to my pal Al privately for a second.
Does anyone want the feather back, or
Nah, the Quill thing is over. I think we're all good to talk now.
All right.
I love Michael. Can he stay forever?
Yeah.
Aw.
them all to stay forever. I love them all. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it's been
Quill? Why
really
don't
cool.
you just use a pin? That's kind of silly, but okay.
So yeah, Levi will pull you off to the side and be like, "Hey, pal, you think we could trust these four? I really think we can."
I don't know, Levi. I'd like to think we can, but just because we can trust them doesn't mean giving them our hoops is the best idea right now. I don't know. It's it would be really freeing to get rid of the hoops and leave this all behind, but my mom died protecting one of these hoops. And for that reason, I have a hard time just giving it to people we just met, as trustworthy as they seem.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I know yours is a little more sentimental than mine because, like, mine I just found, so I don't mind giving it away to people I think will protect it. But like, I think they're trustworthy because clearly, like, they knew we had the hoops. They could have just waited for the party to be over and attack us without us even knowing they were here.
I want to believe you, Levi. I do, and they seem like great people, but even though you just found yours on what you think was accident, what if it was meant to be? Like, that stone that you got for your sorting, what if it was fate, like Felix spoke about? What if you were meant to have this hoop and I was meant to have mine? And I don't know. Something still doesn't seem right, and there's still missing hoops out there unaccounted for, so maybe I'll change my mind later, but I mean, I can't give it to them now anyways. It's truly not with me, Levi. I wasn't lying when I said it wasn't.
No, I believe you. You're not a liar. I don't think you've ever lied about anything. All right. So, what do you think I should like go and ask for it back? Oh, maybe that's how we can see if they're evil. Because like, if she's like, never, then it's like, oh yeah, she's a bad guy.
I don't know, Levi. I don't want... If something does happen because you took the hoop back, I'd feel horrible for telling you to do that. I think you have to go with what you think is best, and if you think it's best to trust them with the hoop, then I support that, but right now, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
All right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, it's just I've already since the beginning I've been trying to get rid of this hoop. I tried giving it to Rocks. I've been trying to like it's not a responsibility I feel like I can handle. And like if people die because I have this hoop, I couldn't really live with myself.
I know, I understand, Levi, and quite honestly, I don't know if I'm prepared to handle it either, but have you considered that people might die because of who you give the hoop to?
I did, and that's how come I feel like I have to give it to somebody I trust, and like I really believe they're here for good. Like what like Felix helped us in the beginning, and like they've been like roommates with my friend Rodney, and it's like I don't know, it's almost fate that we were brought together. Maybe they were supposed to have them.
Maybe. Like I said, maybe I'll change my mind, but for now, I think I'm gonna try to keep it.
Like, what do you think your moms would do? Like, let's say she couldn't protect the hoop. You think she would give it to somebody?
She had that chance and she didn't. She died protecting it. And as scary as that thought is, maybe that's what I have to do too.
See, pal, when you say stuff like that, that makes me want to like take the hoop from you and give it to somebody else because I ain't gonna just let you die, pal.
I wish it were that easy.
Yeah, but like Juan really wants to keep his hoop, huh? Like he's dead set on that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Levi, is as close as the four of us have become, our ups and downs, we've tried making decisions as a group, but I think sometimes decisions come down to an individual thing, and if we're friends, we have to respect that, and I appreciate you coming to me because I think you do want what's best. But if Juan wants to keep his hoop too, we have to respect his wish.
That's exactly what I was gonna say when like Rox and him were getting in that argument. It's like there's no right or wrong answer really until we find out who's dead. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think Juan should keep his hoop if he wants it, but if Rox wants to give it away, she should be able to give it away.
I think you're right.
Well, hopefully they don't like, I don't know, shapeshift into you and then like come and stab me or something. That'd be pretty awful.
Wait, what?
Oh, I gave her the shape-shifting hoop.
Where do you
so
get
she
these
can,
ideas?
She has the shape-shifting hoop now. She can literally turn to you. You could be her right now. I couldn't even know if you walked over here. And she could stab me in my heart and kill me.
Al just shakes his head. You watch too many, what are they called? Films? Movies?
Movies, yeah, they're called movies. Look, I'm telling you, it's a thing that can happen. Like, it's definitely a thing that can happen.
I don't know. Clearly Roxy and Juan are not happy with each other, but I appreciate you respecting my decision for now. Even though
Definitely, pal.
We don't agree with what should be done with the hoops in a sense. The important thing is that we support each other either way.
Yeah, definitely, because like, you know, like I said, like, just because I don't want the hoop doesn't mean you shouldn't. Like, I feel like you could definitely protect it way better than I ever could.
I hope so. I mean, my mom, I don't know if you knew, she won a match food competition. Like, she was like Chessa good, and even she failed, so that's kind of scary to think about, but for now, that's what my gut's telling me.
But from like the story you had told us, like, your mom was kind of on her own, right? Like in the garden when the attack happened?
Yeah, she was very outnumbered.
Well, you see, pal, that's where you got the advantage, because you always got your buddy old Levi here and got your back.
He'll smile and he'll go in for a big hug.
Aww.
Oh, he'll hug you too. He's been waiting for this forever. He's gonna hold it for a minute. He's just gonna hold it. He's been waiting for this.
Maybe we should get back and make sure Roxy and Juan are okay. They're the most emotional people I think I've ever met.
Oh yeah, it's that Latin blood and that Russian attitude. There's something about both of it. It's like water and oil.
It's called hormones.
All right. So
you know, they should be a little more mature like me and you. Like, we're definitely like the most mature like people here. So
Good point.
Al just smiles and shakes his head as they head back to the group.
Oh my god, I get to play with Kendra finally, yay.
A circle of fate.
Roxy is kind of looking off in the direction of like Toby and Finn and all that, kind of seeing their reactions, and I imagine they don't come over. But she's kind of sitting there and she looks really, really tense and quite upset. And you will notice if you were to look at her, her skin is kind of like going a bit of a lime color.
Are you alright?
Yes, she says in a shaky voice.
I'm guessing that's not the first blowout you've had with him?
No. He's a very good friend, don't get me wrong. He's I really disagree with him, and I'm embarrassed because I told him something in confidence, and now you all know.
I mean,
Down to the core.
I won't ask any details, but I understand how blood can boil in a moment. It's nothing to be ashamed of, it's part of being young.
Yeah.
Especially if it was to protect someone. Like, you said it was for him. I'm guessing that's what happened.
Something like that.
I think you're very brave for trusting people you barely just met.
I got something called the bullshit meter. You just smell terrible people, but you guys, you seem alright. And I want you to have the hopes. I want it as far away as from my friends as possible. It's gotten people killed, and Last thing I want
Yes.
is to watch people die.
I don't think I caught your full name.
My name is Roxana Schwetz.
Schwetz.
I
know the name.
Oh, you would. Everyone knows that name.
If it was anything, you're not your parents. You make your own choices in life.
But yeah, just want to point out I don't condone what my father did. So sorry if it affected you at all.
Not directly.
Well, that's a relief at least.
I did believe I know where your brother is, though.
Felix mentioned my brother. How is
Yes.
he doing, actually? You know?
I haven't talked to him. I don't think I've ever actually talked to him. I was preoccupied with something else at the moment. But I know he's currently staying with Rodney.
Oh. That'll be interesting, knowing what I know about Rodney.
Oh, you don't know anything until you actually meet him.
Oh.
He's a ridiculous flirt, and he smells like a very questionable apothecary.
Celeste, I'm going to make you and your group a deal. It's not going to make me popular, but I am going to offer you something. I will get the hoops for you. Even if I have to steal them.
I don't know if that's a good thing to do. Believe me, I'd rather not have the hands of a bunch of minors. I think that's asking for trouble to start. But I also think you need every advantage you can get in this world. Especially for those of us who are a bit more outcast.
Celeste, one thing you need to understand about me is I do love my friends and I would kill for them. But if I think that it would result in the right thing, I would cross them too. I have loyalty, I do. Up to a certain point. I'm not a good person.
In the end, you're going to do what you're going to do. I can't stop you, I can't encourage you. I will just say that allowing people to make their own choices is very important. You don't want to take that away from them.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll think about it at the very least.
I think you're a very brave young woman. I think you're smarter than I suspect the boys give you credit for.
Well,
And,
they're right.
you know,
Trust me, I'm a little bit of a knucklehead.
everyone has the knucklehead moments, but weird way, you kind of remind me of a young me.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. You seem like a pretty swell lady.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
So, oh, sorry. You go.
Go ahead.
I'm just curious. You mentioned that you all were against the statute of secrecy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit on the fence myself.
Yes. Well, my parents were muggles. Both of them. And they were killed by Death Eaters. The ministry did nothing to protect them. And I was lined up for a job in the ministry, and after that happened, that opportunity left. I think, personally, that muggles have the right to know the dangers they face and could help next time a Dark Wizard rises. The Wizarding World's become a bit stale. It's stuck. Muggles keep advancing. Could use that.
I agree. But I seen the other side too. I just was hoping you could give me a bit of another perspective, because if people ask me questions about it, I don't know what to say.
Like, what other side are you talking about? Specifically?
The side that the statute should stay, up and running. That Muggles should be kept in the dark.
What reason did they give?
That it puts everyone in danger. and that everyone gets hurt in the end.
I mean, this may come as a bit of a surprise, but I'm not a big fan of the ministry or their propaganda.
Hmm.
The fact is, I'm sure you heard about the possible effects of the Obliviate curse.
Oh yeah, I have.
Does it really protect them if you're sending them to a mental hospital, letting them believe they're insane because nobody else believes them,
No.
breaking up families? Does it protect them if they don't know what they're facing and they can just get picked off one by one?
You have a
And
point.
now, inside of protecting the wizarding community, which I heard is a big issue, eventually it's going to fall. The statue. More witches and wizards are being born to muggle families, more witches are marrying wizards. Eventually it's gonna break. The longer it stands, the more angry the muggles are going to be when it does.
Would you like
People feel what they don't know.
Would you like to hear my honest opinion on the matter? Because I'm neutral, but I do
Go ahead.
have to add. The thing you both the sides need to realize, and I have a lot of respect for both, but you all need to realize people are going to die either way.
I know.
Just a matter of what cause should they die for.
I know. No matter what, the war is gonna break out.
A morbid food for thought. Would you like to drink, Celeste? I would like a drink.
No thank you. I don't really drink.
Oh. Well, I wish I did it more. Anyway,
Aren't you a bit young for drinking?
I'm Russian.
Fair enough, I'm French.
Let's go.
Come on, I'll buy you one.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
While this is happening, Michael the Muggle. So, Michael the Muggle, what are you doing right now?
Well, he just kind of got left, so he's just gonna be like wandering around, like looking at all the new and interesting things that happen at a magic party.
While you're looking around, you'll hear a voice say, "Excuse me, sir. Can I help you?" And you'll turn to see two gentlemen. One darker skin, one lighter skin. The lighter skin man is wearing a very nice suit. It looks more like a suit than dress robes. More like a traditional Muggle suit than dress robes. And the other one is wearing purplish, this very traditional, almost African-like purplish garb.
Oh, hello. I love your suits and...
Thank you. The person who called out to you says.
No, I'm just enjoying the party. My wife is around here somewhere just chatting it up, you know. She's a talker.
I'm happy to have you here as one of our guests. He holds out his hand. My name is Kingsley Shacklebot, Minister of Magic, UK.
Oh! Nice to meet you. Mine is Michael Malevsky.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Malevsky. And the other gentleman says, I'm Mr. Malevsky. Happy to meet you. My name is Brody Harkaway. I am the president of the MACUSA.
Wow. Such important titles. I'm honored. And he'll kind of like put his hand to his heart and give a slight bow.
The president will smile. Who did you say your wife was? He asks.
Oh, she's over there somewhere. I can't... there's so many people. Her name is Celeste Malevsky.
Ah,
my wife.
I see, he says. Are you both also from the UK? The president asks.
No, I was actually born and raised in Pennsylvania.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh, I was born in Maryland.
You don't say. We're practically neighbors then.
Yes, he said. Practically neighbors. Well, hope you had a good trip over here.
I did. I'm actually living in DC now. I work in the metropolitan area. But yeah, it's quite some party.
That's not too far away from New York, then, he says.
No, it's just a train ride away.
Kingsley Shacklebolt asks, so, Mr. Malevsky, what do you do?
I work in information technology.
I beg your pardon? Information technology?
Yes, IT, as call it.
Ah, I think I understand. So you are a... He doesn't really finish the question because he's not sure if it's PC of him to finish that sentence.
Oh, yes, I do not cast magic. This is all relatively new to me. My wife, she's a witch, I believe is the proper term.
I see. Well, this must be your first time here at the ministry, then.
It is. It's quite something. I've seen a few things here and there, and my wife has obviously told me much about it. But this is one of the few times that I've actually seen something this grandeur.
He sort of chuckles a little bit. He says, that is. I always find it rather entertaining. We don't get very many muggles here at the ministry, but when they come with their spouses, it is entertaining to watch them be so enamored by our world.
Yes, it's quite amazing. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to make sure that I'm not dreaming.
The president says, where exactly did you get married?
Oh, in my hometown, in Pennsylvania, small white chapel.
Oh, you got married in America? The president asks.
Yes.
Shacklebolt looks at him and the president, and it gets really awkward all of a sudden. Out of character, does anyone know why it's awkward? What just happened?
I know at least during the time of Newt Scamander, so it probably hasn't been very long, but in America for a long time it was illegal for muggles to marry witches.
Not that Michael knew that, because I don't know if Celeste told him that.
Kevin didn't know that either.
I actually think we did talk about it at one point. But...
Did you talk about it?
Yeah, but I was under the assumption that that law was no longer in existence at this point, because that was back in the time of Grindelwald.
Yeah, I don't know if it specifies for sure if that ever got dropped or not.
I thought they did. I'll look it up real fast.
Could you check for me before I continue, just so I can make sure? Even then, it would be kind of awkward because I would say that if the law was dropped, it was dropped recently. So that's a pretty controversial. That's a little bit of a controversial topic, even if it was dropped.
Right.
The two will just continue to have their conversation with you, but you'll actually will see two other gentlemen approach, and one of them says, "Hey, Mr. Shacklebolt." And Nico and Aika have approached them. And Shacklebolt says, "Ah, yes, Mr. Takahashi and Mr. Ayumide. Good to see you both again." Yeah, long time no see, he says as Nico holds out his hand to shake with Mr. Shacklebolt and Aika as well. "A pleasure to see you again, Minister." "The pleasure is all mine, yes. I would like for you to meet the president of the MCUSA. This is President Harkaway." "Oh man, dude! You're the actual president of the United States?" "For the wizarding world," the president says. "Oh man, this is so cool. We're meeting the most awesome people here at this party." And Aika will smile and he'll shake his hand. "And how about you? Who are you the president of?" he says, turning to Michael.
"Oh, yeah, I'm not the president of anything. I'm just a guest."
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Nico," he says as he holds out his hand.
"Michael, it's very nice to meet you."
Aika says as he holds out his hand.
"Very nice to meet you, Michael."
Aika looks at you a little bit more intently, and he says, "Have we met?" He says, looking at Michael.
I don't believe so. Have we?
I don't know. It might just be my imagination. Sorry, I just thought that you looked very familiar. That's all. Aika says.
I guess I just have one of those faces.
Mr. Shacklebolt, I just wanted to say again, thanks for listening to us. It was really awesome being able to actually talk to you guys over at the summit. Yes, you gave us a lot to think about, the president says. I agree, 100%, Kingsley Shacklebolt says. We are trying very hard to listen to the youth and the rising wizards and witches of this world to try to hone in on the issues that they are concerned about. So I definitely find that it was very valuable for us to take the time to at least speak with the four of you at least. It is very well appreciated. Yes, Aika says.
Well, Michael was just gonna, sense that he has, no part of this conference, just kind of oh, okay. And he's gonna say, it was very nice meeting you all. I best go find my wife before she starts to worry.
Well, could I ask you a quick question, though? The president asks you.
Oh, of course.
As you strike me as an everyday man, U.S. citizen, I was just wondering, what are your thoughts about the Statute of Secrecy?
That's where you're not supposed to tell people like me, right?
Yes, I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Do you feel that you are? Do you feel any more or less safe now that you know?
Honestly, it was a big shock at first, and the world felt a lot bigger than I was led to believe. A lot more dangers as well. So at first I didn't feel as safe, but as I grew to learn further, I'm still learning, but as I continued learning about this world, I became more accustomed, and I definitely feel more safe with the knowledge that things are out there that might not be as pleasant.
It's good to know. One argument that was brought up to me, and I don't know if you can relate to this, but there was a conversation that I had with someone about how every single day we easily could die based on things that we're not completely aware of. Every time we get onto a bus or a plane or the subway, somewhere, somehow, has total responsibility on your well-being. And we've just become part of everyday life, that you just put your life in the hands of complete strangers, trusting that they're going to do their job in order to make sure that you remain safe. An argument was made that if you spent every day of your life worrying about what could happen and how you could get hurt or you could even die, that would drive you crazy. So it's natural for us to live our everyday lives essentially being blissfully ignorant, because human nature just can't handle all that knowledge that it doesn't need to know in order to get through their everyday life. What is your thoughts on that?
That's a very good point. I guess if you look at it that way, it's very respectable. And I value that opinion. However, in my line of work, we're supposed to always aid other people with Muggle things, Muggle technology, and we always task the other Muggles that may not know anything about computers or technology. They might be blissfully ignorant. However, if they do see something weird, it's always helpful for them to report it. and the more eyes you kind of have around, the more likely things are going to be reported before something disastrous happens. Like, for example, that whole London Bridge incident that I believe you're aware of. It was faulty engineering. If we had had more eyes on it, I'm sure things wouldn't have turned out the way that it did. As he kind of stares pointedly at him.
Yeah, the two kind of look at each other, and again, there's a semi-awkward pause, and he says, "Yes, what happened at that bridge was very unfortunate indeed."
Yes. So, I mean, that was just be my kind of counter argument, even though I'm still new to it. She's introducing it to me slowly so I don't get overwhelmed by it. We've only been married a short time. I've known about her. Yeah. Yes.
I see. The president says, "Well, thank you very much, Mr. Milevsky, for sharing your opinion. I don't want to hold you." And he pulls out what appears to be a pocket watch-looking thing, a weird pocket watch-looking thing, and he says, "Well, enjoy the last hour before midnight. The new year approaches."
Thank you. Hopefully Y2K doesn't affect the Muggles too much.
He sort of chuckles a bit. Are you saying you believe in any of that?
Oh, no. But can never be too careful. Like I said, the more eyes you have on things, the less likely bad things are going to happen.
Well, it's a good thing that all of my money is safely tucked away in goblin banks than it is on Muggle computers and banks, I suppose.
Goblin banks. Wow. Yes, of course.
You have a happy new year if I don't talk to you again, Mr. Milevsky, the president says.
Of course, you as well. It was an honor to meet all of you.
When you turn around, you actually see these two wizards in black suits, and you can probably gather that this is the president's his bodyguards.
Right. As he walks away, he kind of reiterates the goblins in a bank.
Yes. Yep. Okay, so you walk past the president's secret service. and you will brush past, on your way with Celeste, you will brush past these three gentlemen. They don't, say anything to you. They just kind of, they softly excuse themselves as they brush past you. These three gentlemen, all dressed in white suits.
Oh boy.
Excuse me, like the suits, very matching. Nice, very nice.
I love Michael. Can you please stay forever?
One of the people with the suits nods and says, "Why, thank you." And the three of them will go over to the bar and they'll grab themselves a drink.
Wow, in unison as well? Amazing. Same suits walking together in unison to order the drinks at the same... Amazing.
Yes.
Android.
There is less than an hour before midnight, so I am leaving it open for anyone who wants to roleplay with anyone. As I said, I just added a couple new characters in there, including the President and Kingsley Shacklebolt, as well as a bunch of guys in white suits. All of the Zodiac champions are there. Obviously, the PCs and the guests are here. The guest characters are here too. So, whoever wants to talk to anyone, there's only a little less than an hour before midnight. Juan, you are going to go to Naila, who right now I think makes sense, is chatting with Viano Sepa.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Juan.
Hey, Naila.
So, everything okay? I didn't ask too many questions. I just kind of, just let you guys do your thing, because there's stuff going on that I don't know about, so...
Yeah, I just wanted to say sorry. That whole thing about the hoops and the magical things, that's why I've been distant. I thought that keeping it secret would be the best for everyone, but... I mean, it got out, so who cares?
No, I get it. Like, I just kind of wish though that if it was something dangerous, you would have told me.
I know. I didn't want to put you in danger.
Completely understandable. I'm very sorry to bring in more people into that conversation. I really didn't know what was going on there.
Oh no, it wasn't your fault at all.
No, it was my fault. I'm sorry about that. And I want to apologize for, the whole conversation. I might have come out a bit too strong.
Maybe a little, yeah. But it's understandable. Things were not the easiest things to talk about.
Even then, I'm super sorry.
Also, for what it's worth, Juan, even though I'm not completely 100% on the same page about your decision to keep your hoop, and with all due respect, Mr. Seppa, I think what you are doing is probably the smart thing to do. Obviously, you all are very concerned that these hoops don't end up in the wrong hands, so maybe not putting them all in one place is probably a good thing.
I am completely with you that things have been difficult with our group, and well, these hoops have been main point of my own research for a while.
I wanted to ask you about that. You are an expert in magical items, and you've had these hoops for a while. Have you discovered anything?
Unfortunately, I have not. I have been trying to figure out who or what made these rings and why. But for now, I have no idea where they are from. I wish I knew though. I'm still going to find out who made these and why.
I mean, now you have 2 extra hoops. I hope that's easier.
Yes, more research. He starts to muttering in Finnish.
Well, I guess if they're tied to the zodiac, I could probably look some things up as well.
No. Like Roxana said, let's keep the search of the hoops and everything to the professionals. Yeah, I don't want you to get in danger, and I'm gonna stop looking for them too. I'm just gonna keep mine.
That's understandable. As we told you, we do have another person who isn't with us, who has a hoop. So
And
it's not completely out of the question for you to keep it. We just maybe want to keep in contact with you to maybe do some more research on their hoops.
I wouldn't be against it. But why is your friend not here with you? If all of you are here with all of your hoops, why isn't he here?
Well, because that he's not officially a part of our group. He's like how to say? He's an ally we have who has a hoop. We know where he is, and we have been in contact with him, but he's not officially with us.
Okay then. This party has been such a mess.
Oh yes. This has been. Even we have a seer and we didn't see this one coming.
I mean, oh yes, I wanted to ask you, sir. How did you guys know that we had hoops?
Well, as we said, we have a seer.
Yeah, but I mean, he must be a very good seer because Ana Silva, he's our divinations teacher, and like when she talked about all the things about seers, she said that you could only see possibilities, and that it's very hard to look really look into something specific. So he must be very gifted to be able to look and locate each one of us.
Well, what I heard, he located you long before I ever met him, when he was in school. So I haven't. That I don't know how. It seems fate had plans for you already.
Yeah, no, but I'm sorry. I might need to. I don't know. I'm not that quick to trust, but even in the vision he said when he saw me tripped over, in that moment in reality, I wasn't using the hoop or didn't have my wand out, so there was really no way he could know I had a hoop. So,
Hmm.
how did you guys know that we had hoops?
That
It's
is a good point.
Well,
there's something you're not telling us?
well, thing is, he knew about my hoop, and he didn't see my wand.
You had a hoop before they got to you?
Yes, it's been with me for a very long while now, and it's when I first met him. He seemed to notice that when I met him, he saw that I had a hoop, even though he never saw my wand. So he
So
must have somehow seen that you also had a hoops by that way.